And if I mess up, it's my first time too, so you can see how a person who's not that good at making cakes turns out, so like you can compare it. It's also really red outside, so if it's like 5 when I go like that, that's why. So let's get started. So the first thing you do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And if you hear a big beep, you might not, because I might like cut it off with that, but it's because the timer is done preheating, and that's when you know. For my oven, at least. The first thing you're going to do is grab two 9-inch pans, three, or if you don't have those two, you can get 3 8-inch pans, or instead of that, you can get one 9 by 13-inch pan, but like when I say 8-inch, I mean like circle, because like it's 8 inches across or 9 inches across. Yeah, I'm doing the two 9-inch pans. You're going to grease it with any like oil that you can for greasing, or you can use parchment paper. Either one works, just don't use wax paper. Then you're going to do, so yeah, I will show you the other one. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, the ingredients you need are 12 tablespoons, aka 1.5 sticks of butter, unsalted and softened. Or you can just do melted, like I didn't melt it here, because I don't feel like waiting the time to soften it. And it doesn't really change anything. In a way it makes it. And then you got to do 1 3/4 cups of regular sugar, like the ones like you have at your house. Like it's right there. Or you can do superfine, aka, but I forgot it was. Never mind, just superfine. Or A, which is also caster sugar, so if you see that, yeah, superfine. Remember, 1 3/4 cups of that. Or you can do a half a teaspoon of salt, or like a pinch. So I'm just bringing this out so I can pinch it. 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, right here. It's very thin. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Here it looks like butter, but it's not. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, unbleached. It doesn't need to be unbleached, it's just what the recipe says. Because if you see me looking at my shoulder, I'm looking at like a recipe book, because like I said, I don't know how to do it. 3/4 cups of cocoa powder, not Dutch press. It may sound crazy, but it is 3/4 cups. I didn't say that wrong. It's a lot, especially. I guess I am making a devil's food cake. Not a chocolate cake, or whatever it's called. And then 4 large eggs, which I forgot to grab, but I'll show you after I grab them. And 1.5 cups of milk or water. Doesn't matter which one. I picked water. But like if you're lactose intolerant, but like you can choose. It really doesn't matter. Well, now I'm gonna go grab the milk. No wait, eggs. Yeah, eggs. Okay, now I've grabbed the eggs. There's the beep I was saying. Right there. That means it's done preheating. 4 eggs, large. Okay. In a large bowl, cream together the butter, sugar, salt, baking soda, and vanilla until fluffy and light, which I will do. Man. They say you can use a whisk, but I really think you can use either. It's the bowl I'm using. Make sure it's large, not a small one, so you don't run out of space. So, cream to the butter, sugar, salt, baking soda, sugar, butter, sugar. What did it say? Sorry. It's a lot easier for me this way. So I can just go like, you see that? That's just the butter and sugar. There's more things too, like I said. Butter, sugar, salt. A pinch of salt. Or I can do a half a tablespoon, but a pinch works better. Salt, butter, sugar, salt, and vanilla until light and fluffy. I keep saying that. Vanilla. this is light and fluffy, right? Yep. That's what I would consider light and fluffy, but for thermal beans, you can do longer. Wait, did it say eggs? No, I think that's next. At least 3 minutes it should take. Well, I melted the butter. If you didn't melt the butter, that it would take longer. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, sugar, and cocoa powder. Wait, I gotta grab that. It's together. Wait, is this sugar? Oh, just flour and cocoa. So I messed up on that part. So I'm gonna mess up flour. And that's foggy now. Flour and cocoa powder. Just whisk. Make sure to just get all the lumps out if there is lumps. Wait, when I said flour, I meant regular flour. I think I said that, but I'm reading stuff. It's just because I don't know what I say and I forget stuff quickly. That's done. Make sure there's no lumps. Remember that. No lumps. Then add the eggs to the butter mixture one at a time. So we're gonna add the eggs one at a time to this what they call the butter mixture. What is the one doing? I'm gonna put it up for you so then you can see it. Crack, crack. Ooh, good. Hope you saw that. Oh, wait, no, I'm supposed to be mixing in between each one. Remember, mix in between each one. I sort of cut the first 3 one of those out in a way. So, that's why. Now, last. So this is what it looks like for me before the very last egg. If it looks different, don't worry. Everyone does it differently. I'm not even not doing it right, and you could be doing it right. So, last one. Okay. Now let's that one. Okay. Now that's done. Okay. And then slowly blend 1/3 of the flour mixture into the cream mixture. Then half the milk. One-third of the flour, a cocoa thingy, into the butter mixture that we just mixed up. Mix it slowly. Wait. Slowly, so nothing falls off. If you think about it, the only chocolate thing in here is literally cocoa powder. Cocoa powder does do a lot. This is 1/3 of it mixed with flour, and it's already all brown. You want to try and get everything off the sides of it too into that mixture. You don't want any things when we're done left. Just to say that. Okay, so I'm going to pause and tell you when I'm done. Alright, so now I'm done again. It should look like that. all creamy, no like flowers, cocoa things on the side. Oh, I got cocoa powder everywhere. Clean up your surface as you go along. And with that, put up your hair so like you don't want hair in your food. Like imagine you ate a cake and you just found hair in your food. Ew. And then right after that, then half of the milk on the other side of the flour, and then the remaining milk and the remaining of the flour. So, half of the milkish water thing, half. So that should be like a half cup with a fourth cup, 3/4 cups. So that should be 3/4 cups of that thing you did. Okay, that looks disgusting. I'm gonna show it to you anyway, because I should. It looks disgusting, but like it does not have everything. Oh no, now it looks better. Never mind, doesn't look disgusting anymore. Now it's done. Now we're gonna add another third of the flour, then the other half the milk, and then the last bit of the flour. I'll tell you when I'm done with this flour because it takes a while. Now that I added the other half of the flour, which now looks like it did at the beginning-ish thingy. Very good. We're gonna add the last of the milk/water, whatever you choose. If you're lactose intolerant, I would definitely put water. Well, when you have to, well, you don't have to. You could, but then you can't really eat it unless you feel sick or something. Now I'm gonna show you the disgusting mixing of this. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. Like it looks cool also at the same time. Now we're adding the last third of our flour. Standing on one leg, balancing the legs, you can guys see it. You can thank me later, or just don't thank me at all. I would rather both. Wait, no, both. You can't do the same thing. I would rather either one. Shockingly going well. I was gonna make a video about popovers, but then I thought to myself, the only time I actually did it right was the first time. So I got this new cookbook, and I tried making this devil's food cake. And that's done. Now, you are gonna split it in half and put it inside. These pans we greased earlier remind you of anything? No, it shouldn't. It should not. I'm going to swap this out for your spatula, so I'll tell you when it's done. Wait, no, I'm going to put that back a second. What am I doing? Tell you when it's done now. Okay, so now I'm back with the spatula, my mixture. You're going to scrape half of it exactly into one, and then the other one into this one. Which remember, you oiled or put parchment paper on it. I oiled it. It really doesn't matter. I just don't like cutting the parchment paper to being the right size. Now this one again. I'm like doing like 1, 2, 3. Stopping. And the other one. 1. I know you can't see this one that well, but I just want you to know. I'm doing it pretty even, I hope. I'm not. I'll blame myself later. Try and scrape all of it out. Because don't you want your devil cake, because it's such a devil, to go as big as you can? This is like my least favorite part. So I'll pause it and tell you when it's done. Now it's done. And I'm going to put it inside the oven for... Bake for 30 to 35 minutes, but only when your things are preheated. So my things are preheated like that, and I'm going to put them in. Oh yeah, put them inside like the middle shelf. So putting your cakes in. Try not to burn yourself. Once I burned myself and I hated it. It's not fun. I'll tell you when it's done and also show it to you. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's me, Cece, and have a good day. And don't burn your hand or burn down your kitchen or all that safety stuff. Because I've seen it when my kitchen smells like stuff, and it's not fun. It makes your whole house smell like that. Bye!